Pokemon Gold, it's a real classic. After the huge success of Pokemon Red, Blue, Green and Yellow worldwide, you bet Nintendo was all about getting a sequel out. Funny, there weren't any plans to make anything after this, and the Pokemon franchise would go a way different approach to its games after this. Yet, this remains the only generation that has a sequel, and until Black and White 2, the only game that was a sequel in the first place. The game takes place roughly 2 years after the events of the first game, and you play as a young trainer who is about to start his journey as a Pokemon trainer. Canonically he's called Gold, because creativity ran out at Game Freak HQ after making the world's biggest gaming phenomenon ever. Starting your journey you have to run an errand for Professor Elm, who is too damn lazy to walk 2 towns over to deliver some stuff to his colleague, Mr. Pokemon. He takes a lot after Professor Oak in that regard for sure. Turns out it's an egg or some shit like that, nobody really cares. It hatches into its Togepi which you can then just drop off in your box so you never have to look at its disappointing face ever again. On your way back you run into some kid who is being a dick. You fight him, his Pokemon, your Pokemon fight his Pokemon. When you get back to the lab, it turned out the Pokemon was stolen. God damn it Elm, you had one job. Anyway, the policeman asks if you know who did it, and because you're a nice guy, you decide to blame the one kid you just met on your way back, and also give him a goofy name, like, well, whatever you want, really. Now, the real adventure starts. You travel throughout the region to collect badges at all the gyms, only to be stopped by minor annoyances and bitching people in between pretty much every single gym. But that's not all. No. Team Rocket is back in action and they are being more than a minor annoyance too. They try to steal Slowpoke tails and sell them for profit. Then they kind of just disappear and they only reappear towards the end of the main quest, where all of a sudden they're being evil and forcing Pokemon to evolve. They made a shiny Gyarados doing that there, so really it can't be all that bad. I'd say you could run a business doing that, if it weren't for the fact that everybody has a fucking shiny Gyarados. Then, they straight up hijacked a radio tower and kidnapped some kind of important dude. Can't be honest though, I wasn't really paying attention during this part of the story. You just keep doing what you do best, and that's beating up the pets. Again, with this, your pets beat up their pets. For fuck's sake, it's a kid's game, there's no human fighting. After that, Team Rocket is so ashamed they lost to yet another 10-year-old kid that they just stop being annoying little bitches and you can move on with your life. Leading your way to the 8th and last gym. After beating this one, you're ready to go to the Pokemon League. But not before being sidetracked again. This time though, it's to go catch Ho-Oh. Or Lugia, if that's what you're into. After that quick sidetrack, it's time to go face the Elite Four. The strongest of them all. The most powerful trainers in the world. When you've beaten them, you've achieved your goal. You have become the very best, like no one ever was.
What do you mean there's another region with 8 more gyms?
You take a trip on the SS Aqua and there you go, you're in Kanto. Walking around in Kanto really shows how much better this game actually looks compared to Generation 1. Right away you can get going by entering Vermilion City Gym. You just skip this annoying puzzle and go straight to Lieutenant Surge. What rare and powerful Pokemon will he have? How badly will he beat me? This is all so exciting. Wait. What? Yeah, the Kanto gym leaders are slightly underpowered. Still more powerful than the Johto ones, of course, but it's like Game Freak just kind of forgot that the Elite Four was in between them, because the level curves make sense if you don't take them into account. Going around Kanto, nothing really happens until you get to the power plant, where you find out that there's a machine part being stolen, and as luck would have it, the moment you walk in there, they find out the thief is in Cerulean City. So, going to the Cerulean City gym, you run into a Team Rocket member.
Those bastards still not gone, are you?
You have to find some machine parts now in the most random place in history. No, really, this is bullshit. After that little side quest we move on beating more gyms. Most of them are the same as in the first game. Koga has been replaced with Janine, because he's now an Elite Four member. Blaine doesn't have a gym anymore and he just hangs out in a cave all day because a volcano ruined Cinnabar Island. It's a bit like an anime actually. Also a bit dark to think what happened to everybody on the island. And since Giovanni left after you beat him repeatedly in the first game, the spot of the gym in the Viridian City has also been filled with blue. With all 16 badges, there's just one thing to do. But before we go there, there's one last sidetrack we should do. Yeah, you can now go catch Lugia. Or Ho-Oh, if that's what you're into. With all that being done, it's time to head to Mount Silver where we can challenge Red to a battle. He is a challenge you've been waiting for all throughout the Kanto region. Where all the gym leaders were somewhat underpowered, this guy knows what's up. After beating him, you are the very best like no one ever was. At this point, the only thing left to do is actually catching them all.
Let's do it.
Thank you for watching my in retrospect on Pokemon Gold. It's a little bit of a different format from what I usually do, and I might actually stick with this one. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about these. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and down below this video you can subscribe to keep up to date with my newest content. In the meantime though, you can click the thumbnail on the top to watch my in retrospect on Rayman 2, and the thumbnail on the bottom to watch my Pokemon Through the Years race, where you go through all the Pokemon generations. Until next time, I've been Vlogger, you have been awesome as always. Bye.